Hey, it's Andy from SmartWP, and today we're going to be checking out the new changes coming in WordPress 5.4. Most of the changes are in the Gutenberg editor, so let's hop right in. So you can see we just updated to WordPress 5.4. Let's hop into a post so we can see what's new. The first thing you'll notice is a new instruction screen here telling you how the block editor works. We'll just exit that for now. And the first thing you'll notice right off is now defaultly Gutenberg is in a full screen editor mode. This makes sense because you always need a lot of room when editing with Gutenberg. And of course, you can turn off full screen mode by going to the top right dots and unchecking full screen mode. But we'll keep it on because it looks great. And of course, you can always go back to WordPress by clicking the logo up here. Now, the new default settings aren't the only changes. There are some new blocks, and also the editor loads a bit faster, 14% according to some developers. So let's hop right in and check out these new blocks. The first new block is the button block. Now, the button block already existed before, but now you can add buttons in a row like this. So if you use buttons a lot, this is a great improvement. And you also notice now in a background, you can choose a gradient or a solid, and they have a lot of fun gradients already picked out for you. So now you can go through and pick specific gradients for each button here. There's also a social block. So if you want to add social icons to your site, now there's an easy way and it's all built in. So you can see here, you can pick your links for each button here and remove which ones you don't want and things like that. And also you can change the styles of the entire block if you want. So they have the logo only, a pill shape one, and the default one. Overall, a great improvement for people who want to share their social links. So in addition to those blocks, there's also changes to the post block. So let's go and add a post block here. So the latest post block by default just shows the title, but now you can actually make it show the featured image. Fantastic for a blog that uses a lot of images. And just like the button block, you can now add gradients to cover blocks and other blocks. So for example, we have the red block here, but let's go and add a gradient. And of course, there's also a little gradient editor here. So if you want to add multiple colors and things like that and make your own gradients, you can also do that and change the angle and what type of gradient it is. Overall, a fun feature. And one thing also you may notice is now there's a navigator at the bottom. So if you have a post with columns, for example, you can see now it's easier to select the column rather than clicking around and being confused. You can just click right on the column for the settings and change the width or whatever you want. But it makes it a lot easier to navigate here using these navigational tools in Gutenberg. And one small but welcome change is you can now drag images into the featured image area. So instead of clicking the button and going through that way, you can drag a file right into that area, as you can see here. And there's also a slew of developer changes, like the ability to add keyboard shortcuts or make variations of pre-existing blocks in the editor. Now, we are using the beta version of WordPress 5.4, so some of these changes might be different once it actually releases. But if you want to update to a WordPress beta, we'll show you right now how to do that. We'll just head over to plugins, and you can get a plugin called Beta Tester. And once you have this plugin, it'll actually let you update to WordPress beta versions. Now, this is not recommended for production sites, but if you have a staging area, for example, and you want to test out the update before you update your site to WordPress 5.4, this is a great way to do it. And that's all the changes coming out in WordPress 5.4. Remember to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. And check out smartwp.com for more WordPress guides.